So basically, Saints and Sinners began with a concept in my head. I was thinking, what if there's these voices in your head, that we all have, just like good and evil. We all have choices, we all have decisions, good, bad. So when I first came up with the intro idea, the bet, I was thinking, how cool would it be for, two demons in hell playing dice. They're playing dice, and what they're gambling with and betting with is human souls. So they're just betting, people's souls back and forth. And across, like, an angel basically comes across them, sees them betting, says, like, that's really, messed up. You shouldn't be doing things like that. Demon is like, fuck that. Who are you? Do you think just because you're fancy type of deal that, you have a better say? So she's like, no, of course not. It's just a matter of, anyone has that ability to change, no matter how deep or how far they fall. And the demon is basically telling her, it's bullshit. I could pick anyone out. So they basically make a bet stating, like, the person they choose is actually me. So for the whole intro and the whole album, the theme of it is me. So the whole album, Saints and Sinners, it starts off, the way I put it in the track list is, it starts off really dark and it goes really light. So from that point, from the bet, it starts really just like fork in the road type of deal. Left, right. And then it goes into the song Two Sides. And Two Sides is basically the voices you hear in your head. Left, right, good, bad. Should you sell drugs? Should you not sell drugs? Should you, go to school? Should you? So it's just that duality, as people say, that we all face every day. So that's basically what I was trying to get across from the get-go, from the intro. Going from two sides basically is, again, just, I don't know how I'm feeling, but I know I'm revealing. Voices in my head telling me to go to drug dealing. From the left, from the right, I heard them say, don't fight back, you will never get away. So from that point is basically the demon's voice saying, like, you're never going to get away. But if you listen, the second part of the hook is the same rhyme style, but it's different, So the second part is the angel side. It's like, I don't know how I'm feeling, but I know I'm revealing. Voices in my head telling me, don't go to drug dealing. From the left, from the right, I heard them say, keep your head up. And like basically like saying, keep your head up, from the first part. So it goes from there, yeah. Just setting basically the foundation for the whole album, Saints and Sinners. So basically, I feel a lot of people can relate to this album on the strength. Everyone has, obstacles in their life, whether it be drug addiction, whether it be work related. We could go up and down the list, but this is something that I really strongly feel that everyone faces every day. We all have that ability for good and bad choices, positive and negative. And, check off all the boxes of where it basically can relate to. That's life. So I feel like this album hits to that core of people, it really strikes that chord that, people can just really sit, listen to the album from front to back and think and go, holy shit, like, I feel that. That's what basically I was trying to do with this album. Basically a process was like 7 months in the studio, really trying to just think of everything that can really come together for this album. So basically setting off into like track 3, Now or Never. Now or Never basically goes off from how I was feeling, just the way it is for me in music, and as well as life. It basically comes down to now, I just felt like fucking like now or never, like this basically gotta happen, like it's now or never. Life is basically gonna bring, the best out of us. And, whatever you're doing in life, whether it be cinematography, music, if you have a passion for drawing or anything like that. We all got that urge in us, and it's like you got to just say fuck it, like it's now or never. And I feel like when people really put that ability, like in their craft 100%, it's like you could execute effortlessly. So that's how I felt with that particular track, Now or Never. And so basically, again, the playlist, the way it was just going from the bet, two sides, Now or Never, it's like it's angry, it's dark, and it goes into the motherfucking skit. The skit is called In the Rain. And like what I was basically thinking and feeling at that time in the rain is, one day I was actually outside and I was like listening to instrumentals, and I was actually listening to the instrumental for In the Rain. And it's funny because I had the engineer, Dan, I had him put like rain looped and then, this choir, this girl singing. And he did that. And I just started thinking, I was like, just how I was feeling. I was like, fuck that. Like, fuck these rappers, fuck these niggas, fuck my job, fuck all that. Like, I know I'm better than them. I know I could deliver something better. And then I just laughed. I was like, yo, that's the skit. The skit is basically going to be, me just vocalizing that. Like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to do better, and this is how I'm feeling. And then it just goes right into Lights Out, because I'm thinking, like, lights out. Like, now I'm going to really just, go 100 miles an hour in my lane in music. So yeah. Comes a certain point where everybody wakes up. We get some days where we wake up and we're just like, fuck, like, another day at work, fuck, another day, I gotta do this to get it done, just a everyday mundane type of fucking feeling. But then everybody has like one point where they wake up, it happens in spurts sometimes, not when you want it to type of deal. But when it does, it's like, fuck, I gotta get this. I gotta be the best salesman today. I gotta be the best fucking, employee I can today. I gotta be the best, mom, dad, whatever it can be. Just like, it's like a fire inside. And it's like, now or never type of deal. Like, fight or flight type of fucking feeling. That's how I feel people can relate to this album, and just in that context, like, I really felt like doing this album, like, this is all or nothing. This is literally where I have to fucking just like push the envelope hard with production, songwriting, breakdown of instrumentals. It was just like all collectively coming together, and inspiration comes sometimes in like, fucking shitload, boom, you get mad inspiration, ways to write, ways to formulate. I know how the album, where I want to take it, the direction I want to take it, but sometimes what you get, and not just even as a songwriter, life, you get mind blocks. You don't know your next move. You don't know, what am I going to do in my life today? What direction? Am I going to go to school? Am I not going to go to school? Am I going to stay at this job for the next 10 years? You have like a moment of clarity. And that's basically how I feel what happened. Like with this album, for me, it was, I got to fucking go hard. Because I've been going hard for so long. But I wanted to kind of challenge myself. I wanted to challenge myself as far as like the concepts and the topics I was talking about. Because go to Forever Stay. Forever Stay basically talked to, like, that song for me was totally different. Like, first of all, I'm singing or harmonizing, as you say, but it wasn't just that. It was more so what I was talking about. So if you came in this far and you've listened to all my songs, collectively, you wouldn't hear something like that. So that's basically what I was trying to give you, trying to give the fans something like, oh shit, like, there's a different, he's diverse. It's really easy to become categorized as a certain type of artist. So for me, I try to show people like, I'm versatile. Like, you know, I could give you this, I could give you this, could give you this. Not because that's what's trending or that's what's hot, but that's literally who I am. You know, there's different fucking levels of Kaz, different, you know, mind states. Just like everyone else, just like you yourself, you know. Everybody is in a different mind space. So that's basically what I try to showcase in the album. Different mind spaces, you know, that leads to a path of redemption, light, positivity, you know, growth, things like that.